everyone, it's Vicky from Minerva. In today's video, I'm here to show you our top 10 fabric picks for the Minerva Exclusive Patterns Amelia Dress. So we'll insert an image of the Amelia, and the Amelia Dress is a fluttery tea-length dress that exudes grace and elegance, and it's perfect for a whole variety of different occasions. So it's designed for light to medium weight woven fabrics that have an element of, some fluidity and drape. And this, it's a really versatile dress, and it's effortlessly going to transition, from casual lunches to, elegant dinners, and, that can really depend on your fabric choice. So Amelia has a full A-line silhouette, and the dress features a mid-depth V-neck line finished with a facing. It has an empire waistline with very lovely underbust gathers and back waist darts to achieve a lovely fit. It has an invisible zip closure at the back, and the short sleeves boast a fluttery, butterfly kind of flare, which really kind of adds to the charm of this dress. So the suggested fabrics we recommend are, so we say the Amelia dress is suitable for light to medium weight fabrics that have drape. Examples include challis, charmeuse, crepe, georgette, lawn, and as always with Minerva Exclusive Patterns, so I'm here in this video to share with you our top 10 fabric suggestions, just to give you, some specific fabric ideas, and hopefully, just give you lots of kind of options for the Amelia dress, because, there's so many types of fabrics you can use to sew this dress, and like we say in the pattern description, depending on your fabric choice, can really kind of take it from a more casual style dress to something more dressy. So let's get into the fabrics that I've chosen. So if you ask me my number one fabric that I would think of for the Amelia dress, my instant thoughts go to Viscose challis. It's perfect for this style of dress. Like we say in the pattern, you want something with softness and fluidity and drape, so those sleeves are going to hang beautifully, so that the shape of that skirt is going to hang and drape well, and it's going to, just slightly swish and whop as you move, and Viscose challis absolutely has that. So this is our Bubble Lights print. This is actually one of the Minerva Exclusive prints. We've so many prints in this collection now. This is one of my personal favourites, designed by Rachel Parker, this one actually. But we've so much choice on the website. So, if this sort of print isn't for you, we've lots of options. Now, this fabric, so we are looking at, it's 100% viscose. It is 120 GSM, which puts it into our light to medium weight category here at Minerva. And, because it's 100% viscose, you can hopefully see, as I'm holding that up, just what softness and fluidity that fabric has. And, that softness and fluidity is just absolutely going to come into its own with this pattern. So I would say this is the type of fabric that could either really be dressed up or down. With it being a viscose, it means it's breathable as well. So it's lovely to wear in hotter climates, in the summery months. But it is a fabric that will take you all year round as well. We also have plain solid colours in the Minerva Core range in Viscose challis as well. So all those are available on our website. So if you just want a plain solid colour as well, you can find that. Very, very versatile fabric, that one. Now, in a similar vein to that, I've got another of our Minerva Exclusive fabrics here, and this is our Viscose Lawn fabric. So this one is just 90 GSM, so that puts it into our lightweight category, and it's still 100% viscose. So it's very similar to the challis, but it's lighter in weight. So I think this one, and this one is actually our Proud Posy print, but we have a few different prints in this collection now, and it's an absolutely fantastic value price, this fabric as well. So this one is a lighter fabric. Now I would say if you were going to choose a print that had like a white or a very, very pale background, then for a dress like Amelia that is, relatively fitted in parts, you may want to line it. Now it's not a lined dress, but you can, put, you know, if you used, say it was a white predominant print fabric, you could put a white plain viscose fabric behind as a lining, and you know, and cut your pieces out and treat them as one fabric. You know, there's different ways you can line an unlined dress, but like I said, that's only on lighter weight prints if you're someone that wants, you know, a little bit more coverage. But on darker prints like this, you know, it's absolutely fine to just use as is. And I wanted to include it because, you know, it is a very light, very breathable fabric. So if you were, say, making Amelia to go, you know, as a dress to maybe take on a summer holiday with you, and you know it's going to be really hot and you need something very, very cool and breathable to wear, then I think the viscose alone would be perfect for that. You know, it is so light that it just, you know, it feels so soft and airy and breathable against your skin. You know, it's going to be really lovely to wear in the hot weather. So I wanted to include in our sort of natural fibre woven drapey kind of fabrics a solid, but this one is actually a relatively new range here at Minerva, and it's very, very special. This is actually a bamboo poplin fabric. So the weave on this is quite a tight, very smooth weave, which is you know, what you find with poplin, but the bamboo content gives it the most incredible softness and drape ever. It's certainly nothing like a cotton poplin, for example, and it's just, oh, it's absolutely beautiful to touch. Now this comes in a few different colourways because it's a Minerva core range. It's made from 100% bamboo and it's 135 GSM, so that's a little bit heavier than the Viscose challis, certainly heavier than the Viscose lawn, and at 135 grams per square metre that puts it into our light to medium weight category here at Minerva. This is the dusty blue colourway, so pretty. I think an Amelia dress would be gorgeous in that, but like I said, we do have lots of colours available as well. So, you know, we do have plain viscose challis, like I say, you know, we do have plain viscose poplin on the site as well, but with this just being a new range and the bamboo just feels amazing, I thought this would be a nice one to feature, just for something a little bit different. Now next up I've got two satin fabrics that are both very different, and I think these satin fabrics will be very beautiful to make a, you know, a slightly more dressed up special occasion Amelia. So perhaps if you were going to a wedding, you know, or any kind of special event where you just want something a little bit more dressed up and special and something you can elevate. So the first one is our crepe back satin from the Minerva Exclusive collection. This one's a polyester and it is 200 GSM, so that puts into our medium weight category here at Minerva. Just hold this up the right way. So this one is our Wildflower Fusion print. And what I love about this fabric is it combines a fabulous weight, but it still has amazing drape. So if you're someone, for example, that, you know, that maybe the viscose lawn wouldn't be for you because it's just too lightweight, you know, you want something with a little bit more body, you want that, you know, you want to feel that sort of more coverage in the garment, then the weight of this fabric will be perfect for you. It's not a very shiny satin, it's a very kind of elegant, subtle kind of shimmer finish. It's very, very classy and elegant. Yeah, I think that print is ever so pretty. It's one of my favourites. And to me, the Amelia dress is very, you know, it's romantic and feminine, and to me it suits a beautiful floral print like this. I think that will be an absolutely gorgeous combination. And then the next satin I've got is something very, very special. So this is another Minerva Exclusive print, but this is actually printed on our 100% silk charmeuse silky satin fabric. So yeah, this is our brushstroke blooms print, which is a stunning print. Look at this. And this is 100% silk. So it is just fabulous. It's a lighter weight silk. Now I wanted to include a charmeuse silky satin in the collection today, as that's one of the fabrics, you know, that we recommend in the pattern. And this one, the 100% silk version we have, is just perfect for the Amelia. You know, it's lightweight, but it's not sheer. And it's just going to feel incredible next to your skin. It's going to hang beautifully, you know, in a way that only silk does. Obviously, you know, this fabric, with it being 100% silk, it comes at a higher price point, but for, you know, a special occasion, you really want to treat yourself, this is definitely the fabric to do it with. And just to mention, with all the, you know, the Minerva Exclusive prints that I'm, you know, sharing with you today, all of them come in a huge range of prints. So, you know, if the ones I'm sharing with you, you know, aren't to your taste, then do have a look on the website, because, you know, you've loads and loads of options. So with this one, we're looking at 69 GSM, so that puts it in our light to medium weight category here at Minerva. And like I say, you know, it's 100% silk. Yeah, absolute, yeah, just luxury in a fabric, that one. So next up, we're going kind of really completely the opposite end. So we're going to something more casual, more everyday, certainly something that could be dressed up, you know, depending on how you style it, but certainly could be more dressed down as well. And this next one especially is an absolutely fantastic price point. So we're definitely more in the kind of affordable sort of fabric section here, you know, compared to the silk we've just looked at. So this one is another Minerva core range fabric. It's beautiful. One of my favourite kind of fabrics, this one. So this is our stretch woven slub linen look viscose. There's quite a lot to unpick there. Now this is the grape colourway, but with it being a core range, like I say, you know, it comes in lots of different colours, this one. So the composition of this fabric is 97% viscose, 3% elastane. It's 158 GSM, which puts it in, it just puts it into our medium weight category. But you could be forgiven for thinking that was in the light to medium weight category with how that fabric feels. You know, like I say, it's just in the medium weight. And this fabric, like the title suggests, actually has a little bit of stretch. So you might think, well, why have I chosen that for the Amelia? Now, you probably wouldn't want to choose a knit stretch fabric for the Amelia. I mean, by all means, you could experiment. There's nothing to stop you doing that, and you probably could make it work. But to just, you know, sew the dress as is from the pattern, you know, you wouldn't really choose a knit stretch fabric. But a woven stretch fabric, so long as it still has those, you know, it's not too heavy and it has drape and fluidity, there is nothing to stop you using a fabric like this, which this one has 0% stretch down the length of the fabric, but it has approximately 30% stretch across the width. So you can see when I hold that up and stretch it, you know, it's just a little bit of stretch, which is what you commonly find, you know, with a stretch woven fabric like this. So all that's going to do, you know, you would still treat it and sew it just the same as a woven fabric, but what it's going to do is just give a little bit of comfort stretch when you're wearing the dress. It can just make it even more comfortable to wear. I am a big fan of a stretch woven. I think it's a lovely kind of modern addition to fabric ranges. So the rest of that title, so like I say, it's called Stretch Woven Slub Linen Look Viscose. So it's 97% viscose, so it is a viscose fabric. Obviously we've got that little bit of elastin there to give it the stretch and recovery. But what is unusual about this fabric is it has this linen weave, hence it's called linen look, well, slub linen look viscose. So you've got the fabulous draping elements and fluidity that you get from a viscose fibre, but you've got the slubby kind of texture and appearance of a linen from that linen weave, and I just think it's the most fabulous combination. It's still lovely and lightweight and breathable with it being made from viscose. Yeah, I think it's a stunning combination for the Amelia dress, and I think it's great for anybody who wants, you know, wants to sew the Amelia in a plain fabric, but just wants something a little bit, you know, a little bit different, a little bit more interesting than just a completely solid fabric. You know, that lovely linen texture just gives it, you know, something a little bit more special, I think. Now the next fabric I've got is another linen fabric. Now, like I said, the last one was just a linen weave actually made from viscose. This one actually has linen in the fabric, but it is blended with viscose. So I wanted to talk through those options with you. So if you choose linen for the Amelia dress, now if you choose 100% linen, often they can be quite stiff and structured, just, you know, because of the nature of a linen fibre. But if you blend linen with viscose, I mean, you can see just how fabulously soft and drapey this particular fabric is. So if you choose linen blended with viscose, I think that's absolutely fine for the Amelia, because it's going to give you enough softness and draping elements and fluidity that you need. Now this particular range is another Minerva Core range. So this is the the lime green colour, but it comes in loads of different colours. And this one is called our textured viscose linen noil fabric. So the noil is basically the texture in the fabric, the sort of nubbly, texture that you get with linen. It's like a texture all of its own is linen. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the blend on this one is 75% viscose, 25% linen, and it's 220 GSM, grams per square metre, which puts it into our medium weight here at Minerva. And that's firmly in the medium weight category, unlike the last one, and you can really kind of feel that weight difference in this fabric. And with this one, why I chose this particular linen and viscose blend from our core ranges is that this one has a very high viscose content, so it's 75% viscose to 25% linen, and that's what gives this fabric this incredible drape. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I think it will suit the Amelia so well. And yeah, with lots of different colour combinations, I think that will just make a gorgeous, casual, everyday, summery Amelia dress. Now the next fabric I've got, so this is something completely different again. So the last three fabrics I've got to share with you are all crepe fabrics, but they're all very different. Now the crepe category on Minerva is phenomenally big. You guys love crepe fabrics. It's one of our favourites to stock. And we have a huge choice. So I kind of had to narrow it down a little bit in today's selection. But let's take a look at the first one. I'd say this is the most unusual of the three. And with this fabric, I had a wintry version of the Amelia dress in mind. So this one is another Minerva Core range. So this is the gorgeous plummy, the plum colour, but it comes in lots of different colours. And this one is actually our deluxe 100% wool crepe fabric. Now, I'm somebody that's quite sensitive with wool against my skin, but this one is so soft. I mean, me personally, I have no problem with that against my skin at all. You can tell it's wool, but it's such a soft, fine, very finely woven wool that it doesn't feel scratchy at all. Like I say, it's made from 100% wool. It's 295 GSM, grams per square metre, and that puts it into our medium to heavyweight category here at Minerva. So it's maybe a little bit heavier than what, the pattern suggests. But I think, you wouldn't want a heavyweight fabric for the Amelia, but anything that falls into the medium to heavyweight category, so long as it has that fluidity with it, which this wool crepe certainly does, as you can see, then that's still absolutely fine for the Amelia. And yeah, I mean, wool obviously is wonderful to wear in the winter. It's going to keep you warm, but it is also the type of fabric that can keep you cooler, when it's a little bit hotter as well. I mean, I wouldn't suggest you would wear 100% wool when it's absolutely boiling hot outside, but in those transitioning seasons, in spring and autumn, it's a lovely fabric to wear then as well, because of that, those magical qualities that wool fibres have of keeping you cool and keeping you warm. But yeah, I just thought it's another one of our, it's a higher price point fabric, with it being absolutely luxurious pure wool fibres, but it's going to make an absolutely super special Amelia dress, perfect for a special occasion. I think especially if you were going to like a winter wedding or something like that, I mean, it would just be absolutely gorgeous for that. Now the next two crepes I've got to share with you. So the next one is our Minerva Exclusive Morrocaine crepe fabric. So this is a polyester crepe. This is our Boudoir Bouquet print, one of our most popular prints. But like I said earlier, all the Minerva Exclusive fabrics I'm sharing with you today all come in loads and loads of different prints. So there'll be something for everyone in the print selection, I'm sure. So with our Morrocaine crepe, this one is 130 GSM, and that puts it in our light to medium weight category. Now Morrocaine crepe is one of my favourite types of crepe to sew with. and it's due to the slight texture that it has. It's a texture that's slightly different to other crepe fabrics. It's quite subtle, but I find it makes it quite an easy crepe fabric to sew with. And yeah, just look at the fabulous drape on that fabric. It's just gorgeous. Now this one is a polyester crepe, so you're not going to find that it wrinkles or creases, but I do understand that polyester isn't for everyone. And if you're someone that prefers a natural fibre, then we do have viscose crepe in the Minerva Exclusive collection as well, so that's another option for you. But both would be absolutely lovely. And then the last fabric I've got to share with you today, so this is another crepe fabric, and this is just I wanted to show you this one. This is our triple crepe in the Minerva Exclusive collection. And I wanted to show you this one because this is another example of a slightly heavier weight fabric that still absolutely works brilliantly for the Amelia. So this one is our Inky Grove print. Another one of my personal favourites, but yeah, lots of different print options available in this one. And so with triple crepe, so this is a polyester crepe, and it's a 300 GSM, which puts it into our medium to heavyweight category at Minerva. So that is quite a heavy fabric, which you can tell when you're handling and feeling it. But because it is so incredibly soft and drapey, it doesn't have stiffness or structure at all. It just has this fabulous drape combined with a fabulous weight. So, I think this will be, it's a great fabric to wear all year round, but especially another one that maybe will be, really ideal for either the winter months or the transitioning season, spring and autumn rather. When you just maybe want something a little bit heavier, something that's, just got that little bit more weight to it. But yeah, this is, like I say, you do have to be careful when choosing medium to heavyweight fabrics for the Amelia, because often, the heavier the weight of fabric is can mean that it doesn't drape as much, but that's absolutely not the case with this fabric. The drape is absolutely incredible with this, and yeah, I just think that would make that base cloth is just absolutely stunning for the Amelia. So that's all the fabrics I had to share with you. So I hope, that mix, that the variety that I've chosen there, has been inspiring, has maybe opened you up to some other types of fabrics that maybe you wouldn't have considered for the Amelia. And hopefully it's just give you just a little sprinkling of, all the gorgeous fabrics we have here at Minerva that will be fabulous for the Amelia dress. Yeah, we're absolutely loving seeing your versions being shared on the website. And yeah, it's been such a popular pattern so far, and it's absolutely so joyful for us to be able to see your versions being made up in all sorts of different fabrics. So all the fabrics and the pattern as well, that I've mentioned today, we'll tag them below this video. So if you just, on the Minerva website, if you look at the products, just tag below the video there, you'll be able to easily, click on any of them and, see more details on the website. Just to mention as well, we do offer super fast, free, worldwide delivery. So wherever you're watching us from, you can order with you can order from us, and we can send out parcels of fabric joy wherever you are in the world. We do offer samples on any of our fabrics here at Minerva as well, so if you just want to see and feel the fabric before committing, you can absolutely order a sample from us. That's no problem at all. And we do sell all our fabrics in increments as well, so you only need to buy just the amount you need, so there's no fabric wastage there. We do also offer a thread matching service on all our fabrics as well, just to take the ease of purchasing and matching thread there for you. And if you are a member of the Minerva Craft Club as well, then you will be able to save 10% off the Amelia pattern, any fabric, anything on the Minerva website. So it's a fantastic way to always be saving. If you're not a member and you're interested, we'll pop a link to that below so you can find out more details. So I think that's everything I wanted to mention in today's video. I really hope you found that inspiring. If you do sew your own version of the Amelia dress, please do share it with us on the Minerva website. We love to see what our customers and community are making, especially with our patterns. Yeah, it's just absolutely such, it's such a lovely experience for us, when we design a pattern produce a pattern and then to actually see you guys sewing it up and, you know, wearing it and enjoying it, it's so lovely. So please do share your versions with us. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back again next time.